Today we're going to be talking about the strange, tumultuous world of Tophiachu. We're going to be taking a look at her troublesome family who seems to be taking the spotlight in some cases and saying some really crazy things.
I am teething like a baby.
This is going to be a deep dive into Tophia and her family. Now, Tophia is considered a lolcow, and before this I didn't even know what that was. A lolcow is a person or group of people laughed at for actions that they take despite not trying to be funny. They may try to take themselves seriously but are often milked for laughs with or without their knowledge. And because of the type of content that she posts and the type of person she just is overall and her whole family, she has become a lolcow. We're gonna jump right into it and start with Tophiachu. Tophia's been around for a while, and she first got her taste for being an influencer on Musical.ly, and from there she found herself on TikTok. All Tophiachu wanted was to make a living live streaming and sitting there in front of the camera on TikTok. And from on the outside looking in, if you were to just take a glance at her TikTok page, she's doing pretty good for herself, where she's got 344,000 followers. And to this day, she still goes live, where she has it on her page saying she goes live at 9:30 or 10 p.m. But unfortunately for her, she gained popularity for all the wrong reasons. The best way to put it is, you know how they had all the weird dancing and lip singing on Musical, and then that kind of came over with TikTok when it first started, and everybody was like, ooh, what is this app? This is a weird app. There's a lot of cringy stuff on here. That was mainly her content.
I said certified free.
And then she would create a bunch of videos showing off her romantic interest in Asian dudes.
You out of your goddamn mind? It's because of you.
This?
Not right now. It's because of you
Please,
that we're losing millions. What do you want? Oh, baby. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't know it was your
I just wanted this ice cream.
Oh, yes. You go to the supermarket and grab every single ice cream flavor you can find. Now, fast. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. We go watch your movie.
It's okay, but that was scary though.
And she had a few crushes on some creators, and one specifically named Wesley Boba, who she allegedly scared off the internet.
Don't flirt with him.
I'm not going to. Fucking hell.
And she would continue to make more videos on him.
Sir, we are not doing this today, but since we are here, I decided to give you 3 really good reasons why I'd make a good girlfriend. Numero uno, I can cook.
People would then go on to say things like, what are you doing making all these videos about this guy? Like, he doesn't even know you exist. And that would force her to make a video saying, yeah, well, he does know I exist, and he replies to my comments.
This person wants to speak. I think it's time to show them some receipts. Here, he follows me. He knows exactly who I am because he also wished me a happy birthday on my birthday. So, yeah. So, since it's probably not enough proof for you, he does follow me on Instagram. Of course, obviously, he knows exactly who I am. Here's a comment where he replied to me, and I said that, and then he replied that, and liked my comment. Clearly, he knows who I am. Oh, here's another comment where he said I made him happy. So, clearly, liked by creator. Knows exactly who I am. So here's a video where I didn't tag him, where I said when you vibe with him in the comments, and I didn't tag anybody, you know the video, commented vibing. Clearly, again, knows exactly who I am, but for someone that doesn't know who I am, then I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be liking my content and commenting. Another comment where he commented second, and I liked it. It says liked by creator because it's my video where I didn't tag him, and it was the watermelon sugar high one. Yes, clearly, for someone that doesn't know me, wouldn't be replying on my videos and liking my content again. Clearly, for someone that doesn't know who I am, the International Super Spy video, look who commented. Oh, I'm pretty sure he knows who I am. This was a video I duetted him. Of course, he commented not once but twice. Obviously, clearly, he knows exactly who I am. Oh, would you look at that? That was also a video I duetted him. Clearly, he knows exactly who I am. Again,
By the way, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, like, and leave a comment down below and say hello. I know we got a lot of new subscribers, and thank you very much for being here. Also, if you haven't yet, please go follow me over on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 5,000 followers over there. I post all kinds of pictures over there, me, my cat, or just whatever's going on in my life. I'll have the link to that in the description and the comments as well. And because she was so obsessive, making so many videos about this guy, she allegedly scared him off the internet. And from what I gathered, that was his whole branding. He would interact with people, treat them like they were his girlfriend, and he would create thirst traps and all these relationship POV experiences. But he eventually deactivates his account, and people think that it was because of Tophia that he did this. He had an account of over 400,000 people, and people in the comments are saying, did he delete his account or did he get banned? I think he deleted. His Instagram is gone too. This person says why, and someone else responds with Tophia. Tophia would later on go and make a video saying that the reason why she's getting all this hate is because she can pull anybody that she wants, and people are just jealous that they can't pull people that are 10 times harder than themselves.
You couldn't even pull anybody if you tried. People love to sit here and talk shit about me, but let's be honest. I could pull anybody I wanted to, you know. Let's be honest. I've had my fair share on social media. We ain't gonna lie, because people be so mad that I be pulling people that are 10 times attractive and try to play it off and say that it was just them being friendly. Nah. I know exactly what it was. You're just mad that you couldn't even get attention from someone 10 times more attractive than you, let's be honest. You're mad that I actually pull people because you deem me unattractive and think that I can't pull nobody. Let's just be totally honest and tell the truth. It's because y'all don't get attention by your crush. Don't take it out on me.
And then there was the one time that people thought she allegedly drank dog pee on a live stream.
So...
But I don't know how true this one is, because who in the right mind can drink dog pee and act normal after that? Personally, I don't think she could stomach it because she's very expressive when she eats.
these are soft baked, so... It tastes like a gingerbread cookie.
Now, the whole argument for the pee cup thing is that they apparently trained their dog to pee in cups and she accidentally drank it. But I'm more inclined to believe that it was Mountain Dew because she is a big fan of Mountain Dew. In fact, it's pretty much all she drinks. She can always be seen on her live streams drinking Mountain Dew. And because of her bad diet, she suffers from it. In which she has thrown up more than once live on stream.
Oh my god. I didn't throw up. It's just that my eyes are burning.
She also has this habit of lying, denying, and being a hypocrite. And there's a lot of guest appearances in Tophia's live streams, and two notable guest appearances are Mickey Chu and Roach Chu. And this is Mickey Chu, and you can see how it became popular within the community. People loved it so much that they coined the painting Mickey Chu and went on to recreate the artwork themselves.
Recreating Tophiachu's famous Mickey Chu painting.
What she wants, she wants anime, catch her heart like kisame, so to just pan a day, water when she swims.
I think out of all this, Mickey Chu's probably the only good thing that has come from it. And then that brings us to the roaches that are often seen in Tophia's live streams. You'll see them crawling on the wall, on her cups, on Mickey Chu. And because they were seen so often, people started naming them Roach Chu.
Roach Chu on the Dew cup.
Buns, they just look really weird. For some reason on me, I tried, it just doesn't look right.
And I just said, hey, you know, would it be too much to ask? I don't know what kind of shape Dave's in.
Right there. Ah, the storm is coming.
The roach is crawling in Tophia's kitchen.
Anyways. Okay. Okay, what color is next? What color are we doing next, guys?
Roach makes an appearance while Tophia nukes a glizzy.
Until this day, it seems that roaches follow them anywhere they go. Now I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but they ended up getting evicted and eventually moved into a motel where they have roaches there as well, and they can be heard on camera whispering, trying to keep it low key that there's roaches.
Mom! Mom! There's a big old cockroach. Hold on, guys. Hold it. Right there.
But because it's Tophia's full-time job to stream and her camera picks up literally every noise, there are no secrets within this family. You hear things that you shouldn't hear. And she's not the only one that streams. Tophia's mom also streams, and the dad, but we'll get to that a little later. And then there was the one time that she tried to let a fart slip, and well, it sounded like she pooped herself.
The heck was that?
And she tried to play it off real smoothly, like saying, what the heck is that? I have no idea what that sound was, when it clearly sounded like she pooped her pants. And it becomes pretty apparent that she's not hygienic. And people often call her out for her bad hygiene, where there have been remarks from her brother's ex-girlfriend saying that they never wash their clothes and that Tophia smells like pee. With Tophia's own dad coming into the room spraying Febreze around her.
Ezekiel spraying Febreze around Tophia's workspace.
And then there's her purple cup that she uses often in her live stream that you could tell that she doesn't wash because she smells it and she has this look of disgust on her face, but pours Mountain Dew into it anyways.
And you know, those who follow me, those who don't,
and then there's the other time when she said that she doesn't wipe.
I didn't wipe because I didn't poop. Like, people are too nosy. Obviously, I didn't wipe because I didn't poop.
And she once had a job at Dunkin' Donuts, but was fired because of hygiene issues.
So the day I got fired, she had said I had hygiene issues.
And from what I've seen, she's tried to get a job one other time after this. She went to McDonald's and went to apply, but they told her to apply online. And she thought that they were discriminating because she's a bigger lady. This must have been the only place that she went to, because if she would have went to other places, she would have found out that every place makes you apply online now.
I got discriminated a lot. See, people don't understand. If I was to be here or to go to a job and ask for an application and record them without their knowledge, to literally show people just how I was treated, because I was treated before, they would look at me and be like, oh, you have to apply online. My looks literally factored into me getting a job. I'm like, what does looks matter when it comes to McDonald's?
And at this point, Tophia was like, screw a job. I'm just going to become a full-time live streamer. It's my dream and I'm going to go for it. But that's when things would start to get stressful for Tophia, because she wasn't really making that much money from live streaming. And she would later find out that she was actually getting evicted because their father hasn't been paying the rent.
He hasn't been paying the rent. We owe $2,000. 3-day notice of non-payment. I told you they were piling it up. Why? Because they added up because of COVID. We owe a lot of rent. It piled up.
The website and said we didn't know anything.
And well, we owe that.
She would then go on to blame her neighbor or her viewers for the reason why she was being evicted, which is a pattern for Tophia where she's always playing victim and blaming others and never taking responsibility for anything. There was a lot of doxing going on in this family, where the brother accidentally doxed one time, the dad doxed another time, as well as the brother's ex-girlfriend doxed them. And I believe this was at different locations too. But some people found out where she lived and they left some bad reviews about her on that apartment complex or whatever they were living in at the time. And she's saying that's why they got evicted, but the real reason they got evicted is because the neighbor has 2 kids and some of them deal with asthma issues, and he found these videos of him making fires inside, so he was scared that there was going to be a fire and it was going to cause issues for his kids. So he went and told the landlord. Landlord seen this and was like, we're already evicting them anyways because they owe over $2,000 in rent. But Tophia will lie about this and say that, oh, we were already going to move anyways because our neighbor was harassing us. And it's not because we owed money or anything. It was just because it was our choice.
It was already, we had enough with the neighbor who was harassing us daily. our door was still broken open, and if it hadn't been for my brother's friend, we wouldn't have had no door. Someone could have came right in.
And then she would say other things like the reason why we're getting evicted is because people are mad, which I believe she's hinting at people leaving bad reviews about her family on the apartment complex website.
Still knowing that you will never amount to nothing and will always be a piece of shit, because I'm not a piece of shit, and I know I'm not a piece of shit. You want to know why? People are mad that I have 200,000 followers. People are mad that I can go live every day on TikTok and they can't. That's why I'm evicted, because people are mad. Wow. And everyone knows that. People have made videos stating that.
Which, by the way, nobody else in this household works except for Tophia, if you count her live streaming as work. And then her dad was getting a disability. So they were all living off their dad's disability check. And Tophia's whole streaming career is lined with her blaming other people, where she still continues to blame other people for the reason why she was evicted. When in reality, if she would have just got a job, all of this would have been fixed.
It's not funny when you leave false reviews to get someone evicted. And people don't realize that, you know. Here's the thing, you know. I really wish I knew where some of y'all lived if you were grown adults, so I could leave false reviews and have other people leave false reviews and get you evicted and then say, oh no, you got evicted because you didn't pay your rent.
And when people would tell her to get a real job or to get a job, she would get mad and attack them.
All you do is sit online and complain and tell people they need to go get a job. What the fuck are you doing? Your job is to sit there and stuff your gut? To not take a shower and wash your ass correctly? You smell like Dookie Doo.
On the comments on this one say the projection is real. And given everything I know about Tophia, I could definitely see that as projection. And during this time, instead of saving the money that she was earning from TikTok, she went and spent the money. She was seen spending the money on DoorDash, which she orders from often, and then going to Comic-Con. So any money she was getting, she wasn't even saving to put towards rent, and instead starts a GoFundMe where she blames her dad for their eviction. She says that because of his recent bipolar episodes and the events that took place, the office will no longer allow us to rent here. Even though we tried to explain our situation, the online people that have arrested us sent videos to the neighbor, and the neighbor showed the office we had been harassed by this neighbor as well. And she had a goal of like $3,000 on this, and she made around $485. But like I said, the real reason is because, well, she wasn't making enough money from TikTok and she wasn't willing to get a job. They didn't have the money to pay the rent, so they got evicted. And Tophia would often ask her viewers to pay her rent, her Wi-Fi, buy her food, to do food reviews, buy her a computer, furniture. She thought because she was streaming that she was working, and by her just sitting there that she should get paid for it because she's a streamer and, well, she deserves it.
Hey guys, so yesterday on my live stream you heard some very toxic things from my family. A fight ensued while I was live. I am not being kicked out right away. I do have some time, but with that being said, if you guys would like to send money, I don't like to ask my followers for money, but if you would like to have all my PayPal's linked in my bio, I have to make sure that I have rent for month to month, that I have internet and a computer so I can continue to make content and do work for you guys, that I have food and furniture and things like that. So with that being said, guys, thank you for all your love and support that you have shown me, and that for those of you who have stuck by me and have been kind and caring, thank you so much. With that being said, guys, I'm going to continue to keep making content. Stay safe, stay blessed, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Word of advice for anybody out there that wants to do content creation or become a streamer: don't ever do it full time unless you have a stable income from it. Do it part time, do it for fun, have a real job, and then when you start making money from it, you won't have to ask your viewers for money like this. And it just makes it so much worse that she's asking like this, because she would often say that people that have real jobs don't even make enough money to be able to have rent and do these normal things, but she's out here begging for money from her viewers.
It's not a giveaway, it's a raffle. That's why I have to change my wording. And I keep forgetting they're two different things. A giveaway is different than a raffle. Sorry, my bad.
During this live stream, it was her birthday and she was doing a raffle giveaway. She was claiming that if people donated and cleared her Cash App goal of $350, she would send one person any item from her merch store. If she didn't meet the goal, she said she would give refunds. She didn't meet the goal, but she did get over $200. When people started asking for refunds, she went sub only and said people were actually donating to her birthday, not the raffle. So instead of getting a job, she would just rather get evicted, be homeless, and try to scam people for their money. I think there was even a point in time when she was streaming from a homeless shelter, and all of this comes down to her. She has the ability to get a job. She's 30 years old now, and she just doesn't. And like I keep saying, she just begs, scams, and tries to swindle her way into the pockets of her viewers.
I don't need to get a job. I enjoy my job. I already have, so why do I need to go work a 9-to-5 job when I enjoy what I do? Because I receive packages like this where I can try stuff, you know, like ramen, and I got like a Tupac shirt and I got lip gloss. So why would I want to work when I have amazing supporters who send me awesome gifts? Pizza, yeah, I haven't eaten anything. If the plates are coming in at, oh, I have to order the pizza, but they hung up. And when you're saying I could have saved, no, I can't. All the money that I'm getting paid on the 15th, that's already automatically gone.
Now, when she's saying that she couldn't save here, she clearly could have. She went to Comic-Con. She spends all her money on DoorDash. That's what they're saying here, that she could have saved. But she's looking at it as that she couldn't save because, well, all her money is going towards her bills and she won't have money to save.
I have a phone bill, which is $110. I have storage, which is almost $200. And then I have to pay rent, which is $200 and some dollars because we pay weekly. So all the money that I make that I'm getting paid has to go bye-bye. You know how I could save though? Because I've seen people do it. They have a Cash App. Okay, guys. What is this going to be? And they have people, they have a certain goal they hit. They're saving that money to buy a house. 2002. Okay. It is hard out here, especially when I have to. My money goes to pay rent. The money I make.
Yeah, that's how the real world works, where we all have to pay bills and pay rent in order to just, you know, live. It's just part of life. This woman's 30 years old and is just now realizing that you have to pay rent.
Make alone from TikTok, Instagram, and elsewhere is still not enough to be able to save for a house. If I get a job, that's not going to be enough for me to get a house again.
Now, of course, it depends on how much money you're making, but if you are frugal and saving your money properly, you could eventually save up and get a house if you have good credit, and you can even get it cheaper if you do owner financing. But she's so hard-headed and stuck in this mindset that even if she got a job, it wouldn't equate to the minimal amount that she's making on TikTok, which isn't much. She has this skewed perception of what the reality of having a job is.
You're just thinking it'll take me about 50 years to save a 9-to-5 job paycheck because I pay rent weekly. You have to understand. If I get a job, I have to take up more of the rent every week. So I would have to save some for next week, and my paycheck wouldn't be saved because I pay weekly.
She thinks it'll take 50 years, but that's just not the truth. Let's say you're looking for a house and you want to put down a payment of $20,000, which is a reasonable amount on how much you're probably going to put down depending on your credit and, of course, the price of the house. But if you made $17 an hour at 40 hours a week, it would take you around 16 months to save up $20,000. And that's if your cost of living was around $1,500. Now, this is all just the guesstimation, but the point is that it wouldn't take 50 years. If you budgeted correctly, you would be able to put a down payment on a house and start making payments on a house, live in your own house. It's not complicated.
Social media is 24 hours. Social media is 24 hours. It's not part-time. It's a lot. I have to look at emails. I have to work on t-shirt designs. I have to come up with content myself. I am busy 24/7. every single day from the time that I get up to the time I go to sleep.
And I love how she uses the excuse that social media is not part-time. It's full-time. You have to always be doing it because it's just not a part-time thing. It won't allow me to get a job and take responsibility for everything that's going on in my life. It's not possible. To me, what she's doing is no different from somebody standing on the sidewalk or at the intersection at one of your local Walmarts where they're holding up the sign asking for money.
Tophia begs for money for food, but plays it off as a joke.
Guys, I do not have
We know she ain't joking though.
Starving. Someone get me a burrito or something. Send me money for a breakfast burrito from Twisters. I love that burrito. I know people are gonna be like, you beg all the time, so I'm just doing exactly what people said. You want to call me a beggar? Then I'll really beg.
And here we go with example 1,269,000, where she's just saying that people told her to do this. She's always blaming other people. And we all know that she wasn't joking there. She definitely wants that burrito. And that's the thing. She always does these little pokes, these little jabs, trying to probe her audience for money, trying to always find a sneaky snake way in.
You're a beggar. Okay. I never beg, but...
You never what? I know you didn't just lie, girl.
I didn't eat dinner yesterday either because we had to go to the store. We're out of stuff. In my mind.
Insert cash or select payment type. Use PIN pad to complete transaction.
I don't know where she's getting the belief for this from. It seems like she's just taken the laziest route possible for herself. She's just found this way to get a minimal amount of income and is hoping that she gets more out of it eventually. And she'd rather bank on that and be homeless and blame other people rather than take accountability, because let's face it, that's just easier, I guess, for her. And don't get me wrong here. I feel sad for her in some ways because it's like you're in this position and it's so bad. It's like it's not a good position that anybody should be in, but at the same time it's all your fault. And that's what makes it even worse, because it's the realization that this person wants to live this way, because if they wanted to change it, they would. And then it goes even deeper than that, right? I'm no psychologist or anything like that, but I know that it goes deeper within the roots of like the family history, how she was raised, traumatic issues, things of that nature. And it just makes you wonder, how did it get to this point? And we're actually going to talk about that a little later in the video. And she's always oversharing, always sharing way too much with her audience that just shouldn't be on camera, conversations that need to be had offline. It seems like there's never any private moments in this home. For example, they'll have conversations on live stream about them owing money on rent. And in a way, I can't help but think, is she like trying to bait people in with this conversation? Is she trying to make people feel bad for her, saying that, you know, we owe money?
Tophia's getting evicted. They owe $2,610 in rent.
They can't help us. We still have to pay that or we have to leave.
Kylie gets in.
The lawyer, they're not going to wait for the lawyer.
I'm not going to talk to
The office is not going to wait for a lawyer.
I can be fake.
They're not going to let us live here.
you. But they can stop them from putting us out at least.
They can't do that. It takes a long
Yeah,
time.
they're lawyers.
You got money for a lawyer?
Travis financially.
Now we're fucking
The
screwed.
heels of the
They can't stop the office.
$1
We have to get out. The office is not going to wait for a lawyer. That's what I'm telling you.
But I need to know my rights. They didn't tell us we owed it.
And she's overshared so much that one time, I believe she was screen sharing and she tilted her phone sideways, and this allowed people to see her browser history on Safari briefly. And when that happened, people were able to get a screenshot of where it said that she was watching teen Asian corn. And here you can see it says teen Asian and has the X there, which is worrisome because she's 30 years old looking at this stuff, and there's videos of underage kids CP on these websites that just can't be controlled by these websites because so much stuff is being uploaded all the time. There's just a lot of bad things that goes on within that industry, people getting drugged and put on camera and just really horrific stuff. And it definitely doesn't help Tophia that she was seen leaving a comment saying, I mean, age is just a number, right? With a little smirk emoji. And there's also her alleged Pinterest where she had one of the boards where I think it said cute Asian boys, and in it had a picture of a child.
Tophiachu's Pinterest boards. Cute Asian boys? That's a child. Tophia's freaky.
And then under ideas you might love, it says 13-year-old Asian boy. Yikes. And she was also seen duetting with minors when she was like 24, as well as being in a Discord with a bunch of minors. But she would say that she never did any of that. And Tophia has even been seen being racist on live stream.
If you act like an ugly person, you're going to look like an ugly person. You retard. You're a coon. How about that? Lucky the president has not sent yours to Mexico. Who's an Indian giver? I don't consider myself a burnt color.
Will be gassed.
Thank you.
And now we get to the animal abuse, where they had a dog named Hershey, and Hershey was a permanent inside dog. They didn't have a leash for this dog. They didn't take the dog outside for walks. His existence was stuck inside all the time. And they trained this dog to pee on puppy pads and allegedly into McDonald's cups. And most of the time when Tophia came around, this dog was growling at her, visibly scared of her. And from what I've seen, this occurs when you're a really bad owner.
Come here. Come here.
You can see Hershey over there staring at Tophia. She got closer, and then Papachu was pulling on the leash in a physical manner. I wouldn't be pulling on any dog like that. And then there's the video of her throwing Hershey. Well, you don't throw an animal like that. You pick them up and gently set them down. You never throw animals. You don't do that. And then in one of her live streams, Hershey was growling for over 10 minutes.
Thank you. Percy, you're not getting it. What did I say? My mom's trying to get something that she can't have.
Clearly, that's not a good environment for that dog. And what's up with the progression of that video? You slowly hear more and more throughout the house. I heard somebody hawking a loogie and the sink turning on. And the most recent information I've found about Hershey is that Hershey has actually ran away. I hope Hershey's doing good, and I hope he has found a better place. And trigger warning on this next one. There's a cat that they have, and he's making some really horrible noises, and it's sad to hear. But the backstory on the whole cat thing is that Brother Chu's ex-girlfriend allegedly was neglecting this cat, and Brother Chu brought the cat over for them to take care of, but it doesn't sound like they were really taking care of it.
She's gonna attack you if you take it away. That's what she does. she's holding the baby.
And she's real.
She's holding the bacon with 2 hands. She just robbed my bacon.
And because we have this window into Tophia's life, we get to see a lot of the interactions she has with her mother, which she doesn't talk to her mother in a very polite way. She talks to her mother in a way that nobody should talk to their mother. I definitely don't talk to my mom this way, and I hope you don't either.
If I was a faggot, I wouldn't be with my husband. I don't care. That's a word I said. You don't like it? Oh well, it's my life.
Mom, I am not going through that again. You say that word, I'll turn your live stream off.
I'm sorry. I said
No, you're not sorry, because then I get slapped for that shit.
Well, I said it accidentally. And they made me mad.
I'm sick of this shit.
Well, you too. You say a lot of things, and I
didn't say anything like that, though. And then I'm the one that gets yelled at.
Well, stand up for yourself.
No more.
I don't care. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Well, you're not gonna say that, or I'll turn your live stream off.
If they go after you, that's their problem.
I'm not gonna deal with that on my fucking
Well,
live
don't
stream.
deal with it.
Don't say that word. And if they don't stop, I'm gonna find out who they are and send someone to
Okay, guys.
Yeah, Tophia's mom shouldn't be using that word, but that's not how you should address it. And then Tophia's phone number got leaked. I think this was by her dad. I'm not sure if this is that occasion, but they were receiving a lot of prank phone calls and it was making Tophia mad.
Stop calling my fucking phone. This is my phone, not Tophia's phone. My phone. Stop calling.
It's jumped up. It's jumped up. I want to talk to Tophia. I want to talk to Tophia. It's jumped up.
Bitch. You better plug it back in before I go.
I asked you to stop answering it.
Yes, plug it back in.
I'll cut it if you don't stop.
I said plug it back in.
Stop answering them.
It's gonna erase my date and everything on it. And I'm gonna have to put it in there.
And these occasions would happen quite often on the stream because, you know, you could hear the mom in the background and she's like right there. They're having these conversations quite often. And because of that, Tophia was facing some backlash. So she created this video, which looks like a hostage situation where she's forcing her mom to say that the abuse allegations are not true.
Mom, there's a video going around of people saying that I was real aggressive towards you. Please explain to them.
She was not doing anything with me like that. You guys are just trying to, you know, have something to say. My daughter does not harass me or anything like that. We have a real good relationship. Yeah, we argue sometimes, but everybody does. And it's not very violent. You guys just take it for being violent. And if you must know, since I have to explain myself, I wear hearing aids, so if she's loud, I don't hear. I accept that. I'll show you guys so you can see. See? There it is.
There. And also, people have been harassing me, especially on my burner number and calling my mom's home phone number multiple times and literally harassing her after she said stop, and they're causing her to be sick and saying I'm the one that's causing her to be sick. Now you guys know literally what's going on. Like, these people literally constantly are trying to do things. So, because someone wants to say that there's a video out there, this is proof. Like, I literally didn't coach her to say nothing.
But then she has all these videos of her on the internet yelling at her mother, giving her zero respect. And she's definitely yelling louder than she needs to.
Okay, but I'm gonna say it.
You're not gonna say shit. They already know that. The more you keep saying it, the worse it's gonna be for yourself. Just shut the fuck up.
You guys have no business.
Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone. Give me the phone.
No, he answered that.
Well, just let him answer.
I told you to.
Stop it.
He answered, that's why.
Well, let him answer the phone. You're not gonna help any. That's why I want to move out and leave you fuckers away from.
Well, good luck to her to moving out on that TikTok below minimum wage job. And at one point, Tophia decided to go on to this show called Aunt Karen. Aunt Karen exposes people for doing some bad things. Tophia thought she was going to be able to go on there and advertise her GoFundMe and possibly profit from this, but instead she was exposed for scamming her audience and looking at teen corn. And because of this situation, Tophia had a complete meltdown.
Your friend of mine. We're gonna wrap this up because this. I want to go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and I want to go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, it's very obvious to me, Tophia. I see the teen corn there. You were looking at Asian teen corn. So for whatever reason you were doing that. Now you're sitting here. You did spend money. Going to Comic-Con when you could have wasted them, when you could have put the money towards your moving costs. That's on you. That's what I think. I think you're scamming people. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. I need you, listen, Tophia, I need you to understand what we're trying to do here. Tophia, Tophia, unmute. I'm not trying to come down on you harsh. Tophia, unmute your mic. I'm not trying to come down on you harsh. I'm not trying to come down on you harsh. Unmute your mic so we can talk about this. I want you to understand why this is happening and where this is coming from. What we don't want to happen is people to be sending you money. You have the ability, Tophia.
That's what Tophia does. She denies and lies about things. For example, with that image of the X videos, she said that that was an edited photo, but during that live stream, they proved that it wasn't an edited photo. And then when she's caught in her lies, she just starts crying. And right after she had that meltdown on Aunt Karen's show, she was still live on TikTok and she was having her meltdown live in front of everybody crying. And the crazy thing is that her mom just finds out about all of the stuff that Tophia did during that live stream. And Tophia just keeps streaming.
I need to get out of here!
Because you made us homeless. You did. And you still got it. And you're still trying to make us more homeless. Very sick. I'm going to close the station for good. And I don't want nothing to do with any of you. None of you. You don't waste my time.
It looked like she was faking it a little bit right there at the end. Like she looked like she was laughing or something. And Aunt Karen has even gave her some really good advice and tried to open her eyes up to the reality of things.
You want to make TikTok your source of income. Listen, I have more followers than you. I've had more brand deals than you. I've had more recognition than you. And I can't even make TikTok a full-time job right now. I work a 9-to-5. So what does that leave you? That leaves you to say, you need to do something else. You need to, I'm not saying give up on TikTok entirely, but what I am telling you is you need to be more realistic. And I told you that the last time. So you know what I'm telling you is not lies. But for you to sit here and openly take the hate that people are sending you is because you want to get paid. You take this hate, you disassociate from it because you know it's wrong. You know what they're saying to you is hurtful and vile, but you push out a little of that hate yourself because in turn you're angry. Listen, I'm no mental health expert. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist, but you're angry. I think it's clear that it's very obvious that what they're doing makes you angry and you in turn lash out. But the cycle should be broken with the person who is the most affected by it, and it's you.
Till this day, Tophia still streams, and there is a lot of information on Tophia on a Reddit called Tophiachu TikTok. I'll have it linked in the description down below. But I use this Reddit a lot as well as some other resources that I will be putting in the description to help me understand the whole story behind this. There is more things over there, like how she's constantly talking more and more about minors on the stream, how she's always projecting, and just how bizarre it all is. Now we're going to be taking a look at Papachu. Papachu is no saint as well because, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. A lot of people say that Papachu is an enabler because she never properly pushed Tophia out of her nest, but instead doesn't care that she doesn't have a job and stays at home all day. And it seems like she never taught Tophia any values or work ethic when it comes to actually, you know, making money and helping pay the bills and going out there and getting an education, just normal things that normal people of the society do. And from what I've seen, the reason why Papachu doesn't work is because she has a condition where it's hard for her to hear, and also she has a bladder issue where she can't get to the bathroom in time sometimes. And a lot of the time you could hear Papachu in the background coughing during the live streams, and this apparently was because she has asthma issues and Papachu would smoke inside and light fires inside, which we'll get to that part a little later on. And she would also go live too on an app called Station Head where she would talk and sometimes sing.
Around the clock. Yeah. You look so... Oops. Hold on, I did something.
And what would happen is that Tophia would end her live streams and then Papachu would go live over here, giving you this different weird perspective from Papachu's point of view.
Guys, they want to hear your fucking business while you're live. I'm tired of not having no privacy.
Well, tell them to leave you alone.
We don't have no privacy because you go live. You want to go live,
Oh,
outside.
really? And we have privacy when you go live? No.
Mom, most of my money pays the fucking rent. And it's always on me. You don't even realize how stressful it is to have to deal with your life.
Oh, it's so stressful.
Well, then you know what? You figure out what you're going to do for your bills.
They're hearing you yell.
And most notable is when Papachu could be heard being racist.
Tophia is a obese nigga.
Mom, I don't want to hear that. You need to shut up and stop lying to people. I'm tired of them.
I didn't want them to have that satisfaction.
They're not getting that fucking satisfaction. Because if I tell someone something,
and you guys know this. You guys do know this. That's all you know this. I've got a lawyer.
Now, I don't know why she said that, if she was reading the comments or was actually calling her that, but either way, that's not good. And then there's her just saying a bunch of crazy stuff.
He goes sniff Tophia's crotch. If it doesn't smell like pizza, I will never say it ever again. Okay? Very sick. Yeah, I have saggy tits, so what? What does it matter to you? Are you that hungry or what? Get on all fours, idiot. Is that the best you can come up with? It doesn't bother me anymore. It don't bother me what you say anymore.
And then remember when Tophia had that live stream after Aunt Karen and she was crying a lot and was exposed for everything that she did? Papachu goes live the next day saying that nothing happened and that it just got twisted.
Nothing happened on my daughter's live last night. Everything just got twisted. So I'll be live later maybe. So that's all I wanted to say. I can't go live right now.
Mom,
Bye.
Don't bring anything up that has to do with me. Please. I'll do it myself.
I would say that Papachu is the best out of the bunch, but she raised these kids. She raised Brother Chu and Tophiachu. While it's not completely her fault how her children turned out, she definitely had a part in it. Now we're going to move to Brother Chu. Now, Brother Chu isn't really seen around much. He'll occasionally make a random appearance in live streams sometimes. And it seemed to be a theme that he would be seen in his underwear a lot during these live streams. And Brother Chu has his own controversies going on that seem to spill over into the live stream that we're going to be talking about. It's been alleged that Brother Chu was abusive towards his ex-girlfriend, with Papachu even saying that he hit her.
My son's an abuser. No, my son's not an abuser. He may have hit Angie like he said he did, but he said she hit him too.
I don't want to have it. Don't discuss that.
She hit him too, she said.
Don't discuss anything that has to do with that. That has nothing to do with you. If someone's a fucking abuser, then why would they go back to them? I'm fucking sick of this hearing of this abuse shit.
Yep, exactly.
And there you hear Papachu just agreeing like she usually does. And whenever Brother Chu would have these angry outbursts, his ex-girlfriend would go live and record these interactions.
He has a knife right now, guys. He has a pocket knife he was going to use on his neighbor.
You need to leave?
I'm already on the phone with the cops.
There is a... you need to leave?
I'm already on the phone with the cops.
There is a order, I think a judge's order that you're not supposed to be here?
Yeah, and I'm on the phone with the...
Okay, please leave.
Please
Go down to your car and leave.
I don't have my car.
Now you're harassing me. Please leave.
Being harassed by Nicole.
Please leave.
You can get it on video.
Okay, thank you.
And there was a time when Tophia and her family got evicted from that apartment and they went to shelters and they ended up going from motels to motels, and they ended up at a motel that Brother Chu's ex-girlfriend was staying at. And during that live stream, Brother Chu was calling the cops on his ex-girlfriend and he doxed himself. And I believe this is when Tophia started getting a lot of like DoorDashes sent to her house, a lot of pizzas, a lot of items sent to her house, a lot of food. People just started sending in their stuff or trolling and going to the motel and just knocking on the door randomly.
They live around the corner.
Hey, listen, I'm upstairs right now. She's right here. I caught you on live. I got all the screen recordings too.
Okay.
And then allegedly Brother Chu did a hit and run on her boyfriend's vehicle.
Watch yourself. You play stupid games with my stupid fucking friends. Take all the fucking videos you want.
So the first time So one of the videos, it was showing all the damage that he did to the car at first, where he tried to set the tires on fire, where he smashed the windshield and popped the two back tires. But last night is when he did the hit and run on our car.
Oh yeah, and he allegedly busted in her windows, sliced her tires, tried to light her tires on fire. And I think this happened before he did the hit and run. I could be wrong on this, but he goes on Tophia's live stream trying to defend himself from some of the allegations that his ex-girlfriend was saying.
Stuff, so I'm not gonna show my face, but I'm gonna expose the truth about that dumb little bitch that wants to run her mouth because she thinks she's slick and she thinks that she's getting away with shit, and she's not. So I'm gonna expose the fucking truth now because nobody's hearing the fucking other side of the story. I want to stick up for the dumb bitch. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show you a series of text messages, and I'm gonna explain to you off camera because I'm not getting my face on camera just to tell you what the hell's going on. She says, "Hey, I'm home whenever you want to come pick me up," saying that she wants nothing to do with me, but yet she wants me to come pick her up. This is what I find real fucking funny. Then she's telling me that she has to worry because she has charges against her for domestic because she wanted to put her hands on me. So I filed a case against her for domestic. You can take a screenshot of that too. She has a case against her for domestic.
It's a text now number, so it's not her actual
number. It's not the number's disconnected right now. Yeah, so I don't care if I dox it or not because the number's already disconnected, so you can try contacting it, but there's not gonna be anything. She literally tells you that she's worried and she wanted me to put forth getting a loan just so I can help her pay for a lawyer because she can't pay for a lawyer. Now she's possibly facing a year in jail because why? She wanted to do the with her and that dumb mother effer, as I should say, that she's trying to be with now, who also wants to run his damn mouth. Here's this other one. She's also confused because she was arrested on 4/29. She got arrested that night. This is something she's not gonna tell you. She was arrested on 4/29. The night of the incident that it happened, she got arrested for it. She's not going to tell you that. This is stuff that she's not going to tell you. I stayed quiet for way too long. I usually don't come on and run my mouth about this. Here's a photo she texted me when she was with that guy. Here's the photo of what she looked like when she was with that guy. Why? Because she wanted to put hands on that guy. She wanted to put hands on that guy, and that guy ended up putting hands back on her. That night that we got into that verbal or that altercation, and she wanted to put hands on me, there was a Whole Foods worker that saw what happened. And you know what happened? She ended up hitting him right back and putting hands on him. And that's how she looked. These are photos she sent me from that number. She got fired from APS, and I can legally say this now because the thing's already over with. She got fired from APS for touching kids. She's not allowed to work at any schools anymore for touching kids. They found the evidence, they found the proof, and they fired her. Now she's working for security, and she's back working at security, and now she's worried about losing her job again now because she's possibly...
Now again, all this is alleged, but I would think that if she was touching kids that she would be in jail right now. Now we're going to move over to Papachu, which his name is Donald Slydell, or he also goes by the name Ezekiah Mordecai Fusaria.
Good evening. Ezekiah Mordecai Fusaria.
And I'm not really sure where this comes from. I think it's his alter ego or something. Or maybe because he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and schizophrenia and it goes untreated. And Papachu has put tape up throughout his whole house in the shape of crosses. He's got them in the living room and he's got them here. And I guess he barricaded the front door too. Here's the front of his apartment. He's even got it on the ground outside. He's got it everywhere. Imagine walking to your apartment seeing this. And the reason why he did that is because, well, he's scared of the police and he thinks that the crosses will protect him from the police showing up. And he's been arrested a lot over the years. He was once arrested for armed robbery, resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer, aggravated assault, criminal trespassing, and probation violation. He was also charged with 9 counts of DV charges since 2001. So he's not no stranger to the police. And he even started a business called Ozark International Bank. And apparently he scammed some people with it. I don't know how people would get scammed by him, but...
Ezekiah Mordecai Fusario, OSB Global Q, and the Ozark International Bank of American Government World Bank. How are you? I'm here to enter into a colloquy concerning the Byzantine government. The Byzantine government utilizes the egalitarian mechanism to ensure equality, better pay, great jobs without unions. This should be a unilateral process.
And I like to consider Papachu a professional yapper. Sometimes it sounds like he was just combining a lot of words from the dictionary that he learned and it doesn't really make that much sense. And he would go on these yapping sprees and post them on TikTok and Twitter. And we'll look at some more of those a little bit later. People loved seeing Papachu show up on the live streams because they knew that they were always going to be entertained when he did show up. Because he was just so unpredictable and he would say the craziest things and just be a weirdo. And then sometimes he would give these really weird speeches where he would talk about ruling the world and that he should have $1 zillion and that he hates white people. And
every government in the world, every nation in the world must pay me $999 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, 999, zillion dollars every year. Every year. The first installment, December 2019. Thank you.
I love how Papachu's just standing in the back with her sunglasses on. And at first I thought it was on repeat. He was saying 999, 999. He just kept saying it over and over and over, but no.
Okay, so you're saying to yourself, how are we going to fund Donald's $999 zillion a year? How are we going to pay for our governmental services to the people? And how are we going to function as a world body? Okay, look, all debt is set at zero. Every country is printing $999 zillion and waiting for my instructions. We're going to utilize the stock market. We're going to utilize commodities, soybeans, oats, grains, pork bellies, live cattle, cotton, gold, silver, lumber, iron ore, steel, tea, coffee, orange juice, everything that we can. Let me be creative. That's the best way.
And you know it's got to be Papachu behind that camera recording, just standing there, like not even thinking. She's just blankly staring, recording this happening. I love how it has this homemade movie vibe to it where the camera's moving too. It's like swaying around.
$999 zillion. Every nation is to print $999 zillion and wait for further instructions. And wait for my instructions. Okay, world governments. I want you to write me here, including the USA. I need $999 zillion a year as my pay. The presidents of every nation, the vice president of every nation, will make $10 billion a year, $5 billion a year, respectively and accordingly. The president and vice president. My pay, once again, is $999 zillion a year to be co-shared by every nation in the goddamn world. Thank you.
And shout out to Smokey MC for this next clip about the show. I got this clip from his video. And in Smokey's video, he talks about how there's a noticeable difference from the previous ones that I just showed to this one, where it's even a darker theme and the overall tone of it just feels dark. And that's because it does get pretty dark.
The white man in government throughout the world, I have no use or utility for that type of ignorance and stupidity. Remove yourself or be removed, and then kill yourself and your family and your friends and all your associates.
And like Smokey says, you'll notice that he doesn't bless in this video because he means business. And Papachu would do some of the most random things sometimes. Like one time he went live showing off how much money he has. And from what I've seen, Donald is a VA who gets disability checks, but all that money he gets, he doesn't use to pay any bills. Instead, he uses it on things that he doesn't need, or he'll buy things for his family members. Papachu was a really creepy character on camera sometimes, where he would physically make licking motions at the camera or kiss at his viewers.
Papachu caught making out with us again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't do that. I'm sorry, babe. Yeah. That's my wife, Marie Bernice Lucero.
He has no business trying to make love to you guys. That's sick.
That's my wife, Marie Bernice Lucero.
Papachu making love to us.
I'll see you guys at 6. Bye. I love you. I love you. Bye. I love you.
And as you heard in the background, this made Papachu very angry and jealous that when he was doing this.
You will not fucking disrespect me. I will fucking cut your live off.
What happened?
You stop sticking your tongue out to the ladies, okay?
Okay. That's all you have to say.
You're a fucking asshole.
That's all you have to say, Maria.
This is dirty shit.
That's all you have to say. Just say stop sticking your tongue out. Okay? Okay.
And then there's the strange video of him talking about how prostitution should be legalized and kids that are ages 16 should be able to smoke and look at porn.
Beginning at age 16, smoking and porn will be legal. Anyone 16 and older can visit, obtain porn, and smoke. Prostitution is to be legalized. I want the streets full of prostitutes. I have my reasons. Make it happen, government, around the world.
And there's also his Twitter page. Back when you used to be able to see what people are liking on Twitter, people could see that he was liking a lot of corn on there. And on top of that, he posted a picture of his junk on his Twitter. And then there was an alleged tweet that he made saying that parents should teach their kids about having sex by doing it with their kids. And then anytime Papachu came around Tophia, you could tell that Tophia was becoming visibly uncomfortable. Papachu would give her these most creepy, weird kisses.
You sweating.
I know.
Okay, I will. And then the way he's grabbing her at the end there, the weird manhandle, the whole thing just gives me the heebie-jeebies. And then there was this disturbing post that he made on Instagram one time back in January 19th of 2017, where he said, I was making love to this 72-year-old woman and she said, please don't do this. Think about my grandkids. I thought kinky B, Lord Don. And he was also really open about being sexual with Papachu in front of Tophia.
That pussy is mine.
Well, you got a lot of nerves telling me that. I should be telling you, you're the one.
You could hear him clearly there on the live stream telling her that that is his, with his daughter right there. And then there was his weird obsession with celebrities, one in particular, Mariah Carey. He would always post pictures of her and at one point even change his profile pic to her, with Mariah Carey being his celebrity crush. Papachu would then go to post this picture on her Instagram saying, this is a photo of my daughter and Mariah Carey, see how they look alike. He would also post insane tweets on his Twitter saying the hours to roam the streets are 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. period unless you are reading the Bible daily for 20 minutes or longer. Must read the Bible daily within stated perimeters to avoid immediate death of you and the entire associated circle belonging to you, dead or alive. He would post tweets constantly cussing people out and just saying some of the most crazy stuff. Then one time Tophia was live on stream saying that her dad R'd her.
Oh, shit.
Someone literally told me I was messed up in the head because my dad R-worded me.
And they victim shamed me several times. I did nothing but try to defend myself.
But then she would later on go to say that she misspoke and she didn't really mean that. And then in some Instagram messages, Tophia can be seen saying, "You want me to stop harassing you? You're harassing me, you R word. Are you slow? Did you seriously just call me the R word? That's so offensive. You're offensive because you keep bullying me. Stop bullying me, dumb. You just don't get it, do you? It's sad how you're 28 and never take responsibility for your own actions and always blame everyone. I get it. I get that you're a bully because you're mad that your uncle R worded you." And people think that Tophia allegedly called the cops on Papachu to get him arrested, because Mamachu was heard in a live stream one time saying, "Don't call the cops on him again." And from the body cam footage, you can see Tophia smiling towards the officers about her dad being arrested. And people are arguing that if your dad is getting arrested, you wouldn't be smiling at him saying thank you.
Yeah, just real quick, he did have that felony warrant for his arrest. It's for kidnapping. I don't know what it was in regards to, but obviously we had to come and
That's
come up on it. Do you guys have any questions for us?
No. That's fine.
Okay, I don't know if and when he'll get out, he'll call you guys what the deal is, but ultimately he is under arrest, and you guys are free to go back into your apartment.
Okay, thank you.
We appreciate you guys' cooperation. Okay, have a good day.
And this is recent body cam footage that was released 2 weeks ago, which happened January 16th, 2023. And this body cam footage gives us a little peek into the house that they used to live at and the conditions of it, as well as Papachu's mindset. At first, he doesn't want to leave, but as soon as they mention his family, he is willing to leave after that.
Police department. Police department. Hey, Donald here? Donald here. Donald Sr.? I believe so. Yes. He's here? Can I talk to him real quick? Yeah, he's in the back. I can try to get him to come out. Okay. There's a high probable chance that he's not going to come because he's bipolar. And there's a high probable chance.
Okay. Yeah, so we got a call because I guess is he having mental stuff going on, like lighting fires?
No.
Okay, so we got called from the desk. So we want to check on him because we want to make sure he's okay, and I just need to make sure he's okay. I mean, if he's
he isn't gonna come out. I'm afraid of him.
Okay. Okay. So the reason I'm having you guys step out is if I go in, I don't want him to get upset with you. Yeah, if that makes sense. Where exactly is his room?
Back bedroom.
Back bedroom. So I go in and then which way?
Straight down the hallway.
Straight down. Okay. Okay. So we could probably over all set. He said it's the last door. If you guys want to step in, I'll do it from here. It's just kind of y'all are stacked up. Yeah, come across, Roach. Donald, I need you to come out, okay? Police department, you need to take it up your leave. You have We're the police department, you have a warrant for your arrest. I need you to step out, okay? Come over here, Donald.
I can't do that.
You have a warrant.
I can't do that, sir.
You do not comply, force will be used against you. See, Albuquerque Police Department, we're police officers. You are under arrest, you're not free to leave, okay? We need you to comply with us. You don't want to
I'm under arrest for what?
40.
You have a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
Kidnapping. For kidnapping.
For kidnapping who?
I don't know.
We'll talk about it, okay? Right now, take your hands out of your pockets and step forward.
I need to put my pants on.
Donald, you need to follow our commands. You need to come out now. If you don't follow our commands, force may be used against you. Again, we're officers with APD. We need you to follow our commands and we can ensure your safety. But at this point, you're not free to leave. And if you don't follow our commands, force is going to be used and we don't want to hurt you. Do you understand?
Show me your hand.
Donald, I need you to step out and come with us. Please do it cooperatively. Your family's outside in the cold.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's your hands, Donald.
Put your hands up. Stop right there. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, we'll get you another one, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Donald. I really appreciate you cooperating.
And the most recent update on Donald is that he was recently released. He was released on June 29th, 2024. So not too long ago. We may see an appearance of him again in the live streams. I'm not sure. There was a time when he just disappeared randomly and nobody knew where he went. But if there is any update on this, I'll be sure to update you on this channel. And I just want to say shout out to Drifty Speaks for suggesting this topic to me. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you for watching. That's a long time, and I hope that I informed you in some way. This was the longest and most research I've ever done for any video, so I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope I told the story well. And shout out to my Patreons. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video.